What an absolute run supplementation has been on. People have no idea what to take, and how can you blame them? There are a million out there. The supplement industry ran up a whopping global industry bill of about $200 billion last year. We have no idea what to take anymore. There are so many people out there trying to sell you, use my code, do this, take that. This is for you, this isn't for you. It's very confusing, and I want to shed a little bit of light on 5 supplements that I believe are extremely efficient and should be in part of your daily stack. Before we hop into today's video, I want to talk to the people who are ready to make a change ahead of the new year. If you're somebody who is highly motivated, wants to make a change, is tired of excuses, tired of the body they're in, tired of low confidence, and ready for that new chapter in their life, I want to help facilitate that process. If you are interested at all, want to hop on a coaching strategy call to see exactly where you're at right now, where you're looking to go, and if my systems may fit you and your life right now, then click the link down in the bio and I'll reach out within 24 hours. Back to the video. This stack right here is not your mama's BCAAs, okay? This is a little bit on the newer edge tech, and I will say it's more geared for the people who have it under control. And when I say this, I don't mean this is for people who are brand new to everything and they do not have their pillars under control, meaning if you are taking these supplements instead of training efficiently, eating correctly, managing your stress, and doing all the pillar work, then they aren't going to do anything for you, and they will just be another burning hole in your pocket and a waste of money. So with that out of the way, I want to throw a quick disclaimer. This is not medical advice. This is just something that I have witnessed in my own supplementation, what I give my clients, and what I believe based on physiological principles are the best supplements for you. I want to get one thing straight right away, who these supplements are for and who these supplements are not for. Not everybody needs supplementation, and I'm not here to sell you a fantasy dream of what these are going to do for you. So I want to make a small list of qualities that I believe are inclusion criteria, meaning if you are not meeting these, then you are probably screened out and you have other priorities you need to focus on. If you are somebody who already controls the controllables, meaning you train hard, you take everything seriously, your nutrition is a priority to you, you're eating rounded meals, inflammation is a problem, you're feeling tired halfway through your day, and you want something that can kind of bridge the gap in it, then these are for you. Who is this not for? People who are training less than 2 days a week, people who are not eating consistently, people who have no idea what a proper diet looks like for them, people who have no other pillars under control. These supplements are not going to help you. Habits over supplementation always. These are a backup to the habits to enhance them, not replace them. This stack supports the systems that actually matter. The mitochondria, ATP production, inflammation control, nervous system regulation. These are really big pillars inside of your cells that really make the show go on. If these are in whack, or there's a kink in the chain somewhere and along the processes that control these, then you're probably going to run into some type of issue, small or large. These systems are where your energy actually comes from, not a tub of powder that tastes like Jolly Ranchers. Supplement number 1, ubiquinol. CoQ10. Now, the Krebs cycle is where your ATP gets created. ATP is the energy currency of your body. It is used in almost every single function in your entire system. Your cells need to do their jobs properly or at all. Now, CoQ10 is a integral part of the electron transport chain. Essentially, whenever you want to make ATP to do exercise, this stuff is involved in facilitating that process. It also acts as a light antioxidant. Hard training increases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is no good in large quantities, and an antioxidant helps reduce the things that bring damage on your cells. This isn't a supplement that you're going to necessarily feel right away, but just know that internally, over a couple weeks of consistent supplementations, this will make a difference. But it's not like caffeine where you're going to crack it and then take it and feel an immediate difference. Now, if ubiquinol is helping with the actual transport process of the electrons to make sure that the process runs efficiently, the next supplement number 2, PQQ, is going to help with the biogenesis of mitochondria, meaning more factories. If you think about ubiquinol helping the factories run efficiently and produce more ATP, what PQQ does is it stimulates the creation of more factories. More factories in combination with the more efficient running factory and duplication is really, really good for the body. So with a proper running factory, more factories in totality, let's talk about what protects these factories. Supplement number 3, omega-3s. Your cells, or these factories we've been talking about, are only as good as their membranes. Membranes are the outer shell on them that help transport all the nutrients and water in and out of the cell. And if the membranes are all messed up and torn up, whether it be from inflammation or what have you, then the processes get kind of leaky and not nearly as smooth. If this membrane is stiff or damaged, then a whole downstream effect happens. Whenever you hear omega-3s or fish oil, a lot of it comes back to inflammation. That's what you hear the most. People talk about how if you supplement with fish oil, that's usually on like the main bottles, is they help with your joints and they help you feel better, which is true because they help build up these cell membrane strengths. They also directly inhibit inflammatory pathways. And whenever the inflammation pathways are brought down, the cell membrane strength is brought up because it provides the raw source materials to build them efficiently, then you will notice a recoverable difference. You will notice you bounce back just a little bit faster. Supplement number 4, magnesium glycinate. We're going to use the magnesium for a totality of things, mainly being relaxation and sleep. Now, magnesium helps cofactor over 300 enzymatic processes in the body. For a lot of these supplements are kind of targeted and they help specific things. Magnesium is not selfish at all, and it helps out with a ton of different things. A couple things that magnesium supports, some of the main processes that it helps cofactor and run really smoothly: ATP formation, muscle relaxation, nervous system regulation, blood sugar control, protein synthesis, and above all, sleep quality. Sleep quality, I think, is where it really shines, particularly because of the glycinate side of it. In combination with a couple other sleep supplements, man, I noticed a measurable difference in my sleep quality, I would say within 2 weeks of taking it. I saw one of my clients take it, and within less than a week, all of her reports went up like 10 to 20% on sleep quality. It's nuts how effective this stuff is. Magnesium glycinate should be a part of your daily stack. The 5th and final crucial supplement, creatine monohydrate. You cannot make an S tier list. You cannot make a gold tier list. You cannot make a top 5 supplement list without creatine monohydrate. And for good reason. The horse is pretty beaten at this point. I'm sure you guys have heard just how great and amazing creatine is, but I'm here to beat that horse one more time. You should be taking it. Creatine is not a bodybuilding supplement. It's a person supplement. Everybody should be taking creatine. Your mom should be taking creatine. Your kids should be taking creatine. Your grandma should be taking creatine. You should be taking creatine. Force the holy word of creatine on everybody you know. Research-backed supplements on the planet, right next to whey protein powder and caffeine. Those are like the top 3. Honorable mentions, I didn't throw in caffeine or whey protein, but those are pretty self-explanatory. You guys can take caffeine and know what that feels like right away. I'm not really with the whole gummy movement. I guess it can be practical for taking it when you're on the go, but don't waste your money on all these super expensive forms of creatine that say they're superior, because they're not superior. Creatine monohydrate in powder form is the #1 gold standard. It is the most researched supplement out there, so just save your money. It's really cheap, and I want to give you a rundown real quick on why exactly creatine is so effective. People don't really understand exactly what it does in the body. They're not sure of particular roles. They just know that they say it makes you stronger. People are like, oh my God, is this a steroid? Like, do I take it and I just put on muscle mass like crazy? No, it's nothing like that. What it does is it increases your phosphocreatine stores. Phosphocreatine combines with adenosine diphosphate. And whenever you need ATP on the go, readily available, what it does is this phosphocreatine combines with the ADP to make ATP. If you have more phosphocreatine stores from increased creatine intake, you're going to be able to make ATP more effectively. More effective ATP formation, better everything, because this is the currency of life. You need ATP to do everything. If you were having some type of dysfunction, chances are it's going to boil back down to poor ATP production. It helps with a number of things: lean muscle mass preservation. It helps with muscle strength, just a ton of things. You should be taking your creatine. If you're not, what are you doing? It costs you pocket lint, and it is effective as hell. I should probably clip this in the beginning. The TLDR dosing summary. I want to give you guys the quick breakdown of how to implement this supplement strategy inside of your own regime. Again, play around with it. You don't know exactly how your body's going to react to certain things, and I'm not going to say anything without context of who you are, where you're at, and what you're doing. So take this with a grain of salt. This is very generalized advice, but a lot of them you can take first thing in the morning. So as soon as you get through your morning, after your first meal, because a lot of them are better absorbed with fats in particular, and the absorption rates go way up whenever they're taken with fat meals. Ubiquinol, about 100 to 200 milligrams. PQQ, 10 to 20 milligrams. Omega-3 with that EPA-DHA balance, 2 to 3 grams, or 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams. Nordic Naturals has a really good sourced one, because when it comes to fish oil and omega-3s, the quality of it really matters for absorption rate. So don't buy a cheap one off like the Walmart shelf. Make sure you spend a little bit more coin on a higher version than one. I'm not sponsored by Nordic Naturals. Those are just the ones I always recommend to my clients. But if Nordic Naturals wants to sponsor me, email me. Creatine monohydrate, again, take it anytime throughout the day. It doesn't really matter whether it's taken with a meal or not. I just find it easier if you're already taking all these supplements. You might as well go ahead and toss in the creatine as well. That 5 to 20 gram scoop however you want to do it. There's studies that say higher the better, so I usually average it out to about 10, but 5 grams will do perfectly fine. That's the most researched dosing. And then finally, at night, after your last meal, because again, it gets absorbed better with fats, you want to take that magnesium glycinate anywhere between 200 to 400 milligrams. This one in particular, you want to be careful about taking too much of because, again, GI distress associated with it, so just be careful. And a final side note, these supplements are not going to fix the foundational issues if you are not putting in the effort to control the controllables. Meaning, supplements are not going to be your first form of progress. Progress is going to come from foundational habits. Training, nutrition, stress, hydration, these core things need to be controlled first before you sit there and rely on supplements to help bridge the gap, because they already make a fractional difference. If you are doing everything right, you are already somebody who eats all the right things, you train hard, you train intensely, you are just kind of backed up on recovery, and you want that extra edge to it, that's when these supplements come in and they help a ton.